This is the second part of the video where I'm giving you the harsh truths why men are happier than women. Now, the fact that women lose attractiveness as they achieve more is the another reason why they are happier than women. More money than ever before is being made by women today. They are more powerful and influential than they have ever been. This is precisely what feminism desired. They neglected to consider the impact that all of this money, power, and influence would have on a woman's worth in the dating world, though. What exactly am I talking about? I'm talking about her allure in terms of beauty, femininity, personality, and agreeableness. You see, a woman's pool of potential suitors gets less the more she achieves, earns, and wields, as well as the more power and influence she gains. In other words, men will have fewer options to pick from as a woman's standing increases. Ladies, I'm here to tell you that they don't want to date or get married to men who are lower in status, power, or wealth than they are. Instead, they want to hook up, get married, and date men who are higher up. Men, keep in mind that women will always prioritize the best men they can find. However, there must be a greater value placed on those men than on them as women. The executive at Fortune 500 business XYZ Joan is not going to get involved with a young partner at the major law firm. She wants to date the man whose name is on the door of the law business. She's also not going on a date with the manager, but with the owner of the company. But the math is flawed. Managers outnumber business owners, CEOs, and senior partners at major law firms by a wide margin. If you tell them that, they might respond that male executives and CEOs outnumber female executives and CEOs. As a result, there is enough for all the strong women. In fact, they would be able to choose from among all the richest and most influential males, and they would be wholly mistaken. Even though there are many more men than women working as CEOs and executives, high-value guys like this don't want to date female vice presidents. They do not desire to wed these powerful women. They are not interested in dating female CEOs. Relationships with women that possess macho traits are not what they seek. They don't want to be with a lady who behaves masculinely. They don't want to be with a competitive lady. They don't want to date ladies who will be in their competition, or a lady who is so obstinate because she thinks she always has something to prove to them. Men with high values do not desire women like her. They seek gentle, obedient ladies who are feminine. They like ladies who are considerably further down the ladder of competition. Therefore, the equation again favors the guys, who may choose the ladies they choose. Consider the cliché of the CEO who is cheating on his wife with his attractive secretary of 23. She is less valuable than he is. He is more prosperous. He gives her instructions. He commands her because he is powerful. The secretary is in a subordinate position. She follows instructions, requests our permission, and stays within her means. And she always shows him respect. Just that dynamic encourages attraction on both ends. So absolutely there are more male executives and powerful men than female counterparts in America. These ladies with prestige, wealth, and power are not desired by those men. The only CEO who is truly married to a female CEO is having an extramarital affair with a gorgeous 24-year-old secretary. He didn't wed the woman CEO out of love. He married her because it would help his business and brand. As a result, if there was ever an exception to the norm, he would prefer that kind of lady to the types of women he usually hooks up with. The fact is, though, that women are beginning to get it, and they are furious. They believe they have been misled. They were instructed to acquire all of this wealth, position, and power so that they could attract any male they desired. And the more of them there are, the more difficult it is to find a man because, by their very nature as women, they cannot appreciate and love a man who is not equal to them in every way. Let's move it down a level. A female junior partner won't date or wed a law clerk or first-year student. The worst case, she might engage in lateral dating and find a younger mate. But if the senior partner makes a play on her, that law clerk or first-year lover of hers is out the door because what she really wants is the senior partner. Let's reduce the bar even further. A female warehouse supervisor is not interested in making out with the forklift operator. She isn't even interested in speaking with the assistant manager. She wants to marry the plant manager. She desires a relationship with her supervisor. I don't agree with the rules, but this is how it is. And as I mentioned, women are beginning to understand it. The powerful female lawyer is furious because prominent male lawyers are not interested in dating her. The female CEO is unhappy because she has realized why the guys she was once attracted to no longer find her appealing. It's nice that they have automobiles, money, and friends, and that they can travel and purchase almost whatever they desire. But a man is what ladies actually desire. She sobs herself to sleep at night in her overpriced bed because she is beginning to realize that the more money, prestige, power, and influence she acquires, the less the men she wants will want her. Her taste is excessively pricey given the worth of her dating market, and things will remain this way forever. To help her fall asleep at night, she phones her doctor and asks him to write out yet another prescription for Ambien, Lexapro to stop her from taking her life, and Valium to manage her anxiety about being alone and 46. Secondly, whereas men have accepted reality, women have not, which is why women are happier than men. Men understand that women are different from what we once believed about them. We acknowledge that we share equal responsibility for the sticky situation of women with the women themselves. We understand that before placing demands on women, men must first get their act together. We acknowledge the unfairness of the dating market and don't give a darn if a man is just 5'9", because he didn't win the genetic lottery. No matter how unsettling or inconvenient the hard and fast reality may be, men accept it. To obtain what we want, we have embraced that. We must go retrieve it. We had to put up some effort. We acknowledge that nothing will be given to us. We also acknowledge that if we lack discipline and are out of shape, attractive ladies won't be drawn to us. Women, on the other hand, do not share that mindset. They believe that simply by virtue of their existence, the world ought to be presented to them on a silver platter. Even though they don't have a thing to offer themselves, women believe that no matter what they do or who they are, they deserve the best men there are and everything they have to offer. They believe their only contribution should be their presence. The world convinces women that they have a right to the highest value males on the market, regardless of how incredibly overweight they are or how many guys they've been intimate with. And anyone who disagrees is a lady who despises the sogginess of women and is utterly ridiculous. However, this is the real cause of their misery. The world constantly tells these women that they deserve the best of everything, no matter what, that they ought to be given the benefit of the doubt in any circumstance, and that they have a right to the best men available. They are beginning to realize that it is not the case. They are beginning to realize that to succeed in life, they must put in a lot of effort. The most desirable and desirable guys are marrying young, fit, feminine women who want to have families and are not interested in employment or prostitution. They are beginning to understand that as they age, fewer and fewer men will put up with their poor attitudes and behavior. Additionally, women are realizing that they have been misled. They were advised that the only way they could truly be happy and fulfilled as women was to enroll in college, hang out with some guys to get things out of their system, graduate with a pointless degree, and then spend the next 30 years working in a cubicle. After 7 years, the woman realizes she is working in a profession she despises and has reached her breaking point. I can never keep a boyfriend. She says to herself that she might have a drinking issue and can't stop weeping for no apparent reason. She expected to feel content. She can't figure out why I'm depressed though, and she's almost 40 years old. She thinks something must be wrong with her, so she visits a doctor because she hasn't discovered true bliss, as everyone predicted. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to create more content for you. See you next time. Cheers.